Welcome everybody to Superstar SEO Q&A number 7. I will be your master of ceremonies today, Chris M. Walker of Superstar SEO. Today's edition, we're going to be talking about something that's near and dear to my heart, and that is men's hair care. This is something I excel at, as you all know, and I'm going to be giving you some top secret information that will help you have hair almost as good as mine. Oh, and we're going to talk about SEO some too. So get comfortable and let's get started.
So you want to be a rock superstar and live large, big house, 5 cars, you're in charge.
Our first question, Asim asks, how do you power up your mass page sites? How do you track the keywords your website is ranking for? I don't really power them up. The whole point of a mass page site is it's going to rank off of the authority that having thousands of pages gets for you. But one thing I do sometimes is I set up an IFTTT ring to fire every time that there's a post made. So, for example, it'll post every time you make one of your thousands of posts. You're going to get 1,000 posts to Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, whatever sites you set up with it. You can set up a lot, and I found that helps with the indexing a lot and helps the ranking a bit. So that's the main thing I do. I don't really do any PBN linking or anything like that, although you absolutely can. If there's a particular page that you want to rank for that isn't ranking quite as well, you just hit it with a PBN link, and that should be good enough. As far as tracking keywords on them, on mass page sites, I don't really track the keywords. The only way I look at that is what pages are getting traffic, and I assume that those are the valuable ones because those are the ones that people are interested in. If there's one in particular you want to rank, you can, again, hit it with a couple PBN links, and you should be good to go. So hopefully that answers that question. Nathan asks, what kind of shampoo do you use? Okay, now this is a very critical question. Men's hair care is not something you want to get wrong. It's very, very important. For me, I've always had magnificent hair, as literally everyone knows, but I was experiencing it was getting kind of dry from the shampoo I was using. So I talked to my hair artist, Erica, who's been cutting my hair for the last 16 years, and she recommended to me Redken for Men daily care shampoo, Go Clean with protein and glycerin. Now, this has really revolutionized my hair game. It's given it more body. It stays spiked better and longer, and it has that great feeling that you really want to run your fingers through. So now, most of you are probably laughing right now, but literally every part of what I just said is true. So moving on to the next question. Trevor asks, besides ads and renting, are there other ways you would suggest one can use mass page sites to generate income? You can use affiliate offers or CPA offers. I've done pretty well with that. I have one site that makes me a few $100s a month, and then some that I've revealed publicly, and then some others that make me a good bit more than that. If you want to check that site out, it is marijuanadispensarydirectory.net. I'm probably not going to leave a link to that just because of the content, but on that one I use a CPA offer that sells some sort of, I don't even really understand the niche to be honest, but some sort of supplement that helps people that want to get high, I guess is what it's for. I don't really know. But yeah, if you check out marijuanadispensarydirectory.net, you can see an example of that. But yeah, you can use affiliate offers and CPA offers. You have to get a little clever, but it can definitely be done. Also, you can check out escaperoomdirectory.net for an example of it for like Amazon products I sell. So hopefully that answers that. Link building strategy for rank and rent money site non-mass page. How long to see results of medium competition keywords on local rank and rent sites non-mass page? So I assume those are two separate questions. So link building strategy for local rank and rent money site is to pick cities that you want to rank for and target those first. So you hit the homepage with a link, and you hit Boston Chiropractor page with a link. And just basically you treat it just like any other non-rank and rent site, like a basic client site or whatever, and just use the same strategy you would there. How long to see results for medium competition keywords? There should never be any question in SEO that begins with how many, how long, or anything like that, because it's completely different every time. There's no such thing as really a medium competition keyword. It just depends on the individual keyword. So I can't really answer that. There's too many variables, and without a specific example, I'd just be guessing. So it just depends. And it also, again, it depends on how you go about ranking it. So I'm going to need a little more specifics to answer that. So you can do that, ask in the group or something like that. Homer asks, have you ever used market health offers for affiliate campaigns? If so, what were your opinions on the results? Not enough to give you an educated opinion. I did have a health affiliate site way back in the day, around 2014. And I did use a market health thing on it, but I didn't really know what I was doing back then. And I don't know. To me, the offers look kind of sketchy, but a lot of people swear by it and a lot of people use it, so I can't really help you too much. But as far as I know, they're good about paying their affiliates and stuff like that. So if you can find an offer that converts, I think it's worth it. So next question. Mutasser, and I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong, asks, why are you so handsome? Okay, so it's a combination of things. The first is great genetics. Grandpa Superstar was the one I inherited my magnificent hair from, and he was a good-looking dude all the way into his 90s when he passed away. But there's also other things to it. You got to eat the right diet. I'm an occasional vegetarian, but I always try to eat healthy even when I'm not. I haven't drank in 11 years, not one drop. That really helps a lot. And you have to exercise properly. I work out 3 to 5 times a week, depending on what I have going on. So all that really helps keep your body and your mind in shape, and it presents to you the pretty package that you see in front of you on a daily basis. So I just want to say to everybody out there, you're welcome. Niall says, I have 2 questions. When adding a page on your website and when you complete the title part, see pick, is this then treated as your H1 heading, or do you then add your H1 with your when you're completing the content? I think it depends on the theme, but a lot of the times the part where you have it is going to be an H1. I often add another H1 with a different term just to really drive it home, like a similar term to really drive it home, and I have found that works pretty well for me. But for the most part, the answer is that will be an H1, but it depends on the theme. So question number 2, have you any training on SERP.net? It is a tool I have, and I feel I'm not getting the full benefit of it. I would love to see something from someone who is using it a lot. Yeah, actually, if you check the channel, there's I break down each piece of, well, not pretty much every piece of it in a nice playlist on the tool. And then I think that same content is in the members area. So if you go to superstarseo.com/free SEO course, I think there's some dashes in there. Just look in the group, you'll find it. I think there's some training in there on SERP as well. So hopefully that helps out. SERP is a great tool. You should definitely jump on it. Mike says, what are some of the best quality and least expensive ways of diversifying the anchor text ratio on an inner page? Thank you. Okay, so this is a little unconventional, but what I like to do is buy a cheap package of like 25 PBN links for like $50. And then just have them all be URL variations. And there are 12 different URL variations. So you can Google that or ask in the group, and I'll show you those. But that works really well for me because you're getting powerful do-follow links, but you're not over-optimizing because you're using URL anchor text. And I suppose you could use stuff like click here and website and learn more or whatever. So that works really well for me. The other ways you can do are citations. Even if it's not a location site, you can just do some citations. You can do profile links, you can do social profiles. Social profiles work really well. And then social signals help somewhat. Not social signals, but like social posts help somewhat as well. So hopefully that answers that. Andy asks, what is your current main source of getting leads? So I'm assuming that you mean SEO consulting leads. Truth be told, I'm taking my business in a different direction right now. So I'm not focusing on keeping my consulting pipeline that full. So most of what I'm getting from referrals and from just, don't take this as arrogance, but just from being kind of known. So I'm not getting a ton of leads that way. If I were out doing outreach, the main thing I would be focusing on right now would be LinkedIn and cold calling or cold email. Cold calling works the best. I would probably hire someone to do it because it's not my strength. I do have some training on that in my consulting mastery course, so if you want to jump into that, you can get some really good quality training on cold calling from a great expert cold caller. Cold emailing works well. There's a Scope Leads video on my channel, and there's in-depth training in that course as well. So those would be the main things I'm doing. But for me, at the moment, not doing that much of it. So Nahum asks, and again, I apologize if I'm getting your name wrong. Just consider this a global apology for any name I get wrong. I'm doing my best. How do you link to a rank and rent site with multiple cities? So what you do is you treat individual cities as individual websites and just pick ones that you want to rank for and rank and go for it like you would any other site. So, and then you can also link to the homepage to just power up the entire domain. But like if you want to rank for Boston Chiropractor, and there's a popular case study that uses that as an example, that's why I keep going back to it. You just target that particular page with your PBN links. The thing with a with a directory site like that is that you aren't trying to rank for every single city. You're just trying to rank for certain ones. And then as the opportunity comes along for a particular one, you just try and rank for that. So hopefully that makes sense. You just pick one, rank that, and then hit some generic links at the homepage to power up the entire domain to make the rest of your life a little easier. So hopefully that makes sense. Next question is, Andy, what are your thoughts on the future of SEO? Do you see it more or less profitable now that it is more saturated? I don't agree that it's more saturated. The ratio of businesses that need SEO to businesses that are offering SEO is way unbalanced towards the businesses that need it. So, and if you think about it, how many people do you know that have been in SEO more than 4 or 5 years? Very, very few, right? So there's plenty of room to grow. The industry is growing, and the opportunities are still going to be there. So if it's what you want to do with your life, you are in a good position to build a solid foundation now and to continue to expand and make a really, really nice living in life for yourself. So, Andy asks, how do you go about charging new clients? Do you rank clients for multiple keywords or just one primary keyword? Okay, so what I do is I get a general idea from them through a form, and then I just pick out 3 to 5 keywords that will really benefit them, and you can test that with maybe some AdWords traffic or something like that. And then those are the ones I confirm with them that that's what we're going to do. I get them to tell me yes, that these are the ones that we're going to do. That way there's no confusion later on, and then I rank them for that. As far as charging them, there's a lot of different theories on this. And you'll eventually just get a kind of a feel for it yourself, but the easiest thing to do is get one of the keyword difficulty tools like SERPT or Moz, and just multiply the keyword difficulty by 100. So if it's a keyword difficulty of 50, you just multiply that by 100 and get $5,000 a month. I like to do 5 to 10, so $2,500 to $5,000 a month. So that's kind of the way I go about that. Okay, next question. Andy asks, what's your monthly income? Okay, so I'm not picking on Andy or anybody in particular here, but I really don't understand what it is about the internet marketing industry where it's okay to ask people this question. I see a lot, and I know a lot of people like to put their income out there. I think that's a private matter, so I don't give out specific numbers. So having said that, I make a very, very good living doing what I do. I'm very fortunate in that way. I've worked hard to get to it, but I've also had some things break my way, and I'm very happy about it. And a little over a year ago, I was making what the average American makes in a year. I was making that in a year, just like the average American, and now I make that in a month. So if you want to do some research, you can figure out what that is and how much that is and get a good ballpark on that. So hopefully that answers that. That is all we have for today. If you have questions of your own, you'd like to see them answered in a video just like this, or if you just have questions in general that you want to get answered, you can visit superstarseo.group to apply to be in our private mastermind where we answer questions, give discounts, occasionally have cake, and we're thinking of installing a juice bar, so that should be fun. If you want to win $1,000 of my SEO services or apply it to courses, you can visit superstarseo.com/1000. We're in the middle of a contest right now. It's going really well. We're going to have a big winner revealed next Monday. That is, I don't know, October something. And finally, if you want to learn how to build a full-time income from SEO client consulting, you can check out my course at superstarconsultingmastery.com. And last but not least, if you like videos like this, if you enjoyed this, if you got some value out of it, if you want to see more things like this, do me a favor and go ahead and click the subscribe button and then hit the notification bell so you'll get notified the minute I drop a new video. I'm going to start working this channel a lot harder and putting up a lot more videos for you guys, so hopefully you enjoyed it. If you have anything else, hit me up. Otherwise, I'll see you next time.